everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's kind of here. Weird angle, I'm aware. But I'm painting my bed right now and didn't feel like stopping because I still have some paint left. Not that much, but yes, so I'm gonna be painting and chatting. But anyway, I wanted to make a video. Okay. I'm gonna say this. Okay, first off, you read the title. But anyway, I would say I'm not a big reader. I have two books. Okay, three technically, but I have two books that I'm actively reading right now in my bed right now, and they're like actually reading books. Like the third book I have that's like obviously it's a fucking book, but like I'm not counting it because it's a witchcraft book. Oh, okay, hold on, I'll just show you. I'll get all the books. But anyway, the first one is a witchcraft book, and I'm not really counting this because, like, you can read this. Oh, it's called Wikipedia by Sean Robbins and Leanna Greenaway. Also, if you want to pick it up, I bought it at Spencer's. But anyway, I'm not counting this because although it is a book, like, that's really not the type of book you read in order, or okay, at least you don't have to read it in order if you don't want to. Like, if you just want to find a certain part, okay, bam, find it, look it up, read it for a bit. Like, so obviously it is a fucking book to read, but like it's different, kind of, because it's kind of like an instruction book, kind of more informative. Like, I don't know, I'm just not really gonna count it though. Even though it is a fucking book. But anyway, the other two books I have, which I have gotten in the last month, some of you might think this is a weird selection, or books to be together, but Mariah Carey, the meaning of Mariah Carey, this is her autobiography, and this is my bookmark. Haven't gone that much through it. I'm on like page 9. So bad, and I've had this for like a fucking month now. Second book, which I actually got before this, is a Communist Manifesto. A little more than that, but it's also really not that long either, but 2 books. I've been trying to read these. I haven't read this one since the day I got it though. I'm gonna be fucking honest because I mean, like, I've been wanting to read it, but like some of the language, this one requires a couple reads. I can just tell right now. This one's a bit more digestible, but also like I've just been tired, so I haven't really had time to read. When I get in my bed, I basically want to just pass out, or I get in my bed too late in the night, so I don't really have time to piss around and just read books and stuff like that. Let me put these back. But anyway, yeah, I do want to read all of Mariah's book. I do want to read all the Communist Manifesto, but I just haven't. But besides the fact that I just, like, haven't really made any time for it, when I do have time, I'm still not inclined to read it because at school, I'm pretty sure the reason is because at school, you know, whenever we have to read, it's always to fucking analyze or write a report about, or do, you know, an assignment on or stuff like that, when it's like, can I just fucking read? Like, I was gonna make this into an Instagram video, but I had too much to say, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make it a video, YouTube video. But it's just, let me get my paint. But it's just kind of like, okay, I get the reason we have to do it because obviously on the fucking, you know, AP exams and, you know, the fucking exams and shit like that, you know, they make you read something to write an essay on it. I understand why we fucking do it. And I know that there is no other way to test. Okay. There is no other way to test your comprehension of, I guess, what you just read besides writing an essay on it. Because, you know, if you just read it and say, I like it, like, okay. But, yes, I understand why you do it. However, it's like every goddamn assignment though. Every goddamn reading assignment though. Can we just read something for fun once a month? Like, okay. In 10th grade, I think this was also I'm a senior, but 10th grade, I think it was the last time that we had a reading assignment where we didn't have to do anything afterwards. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. But anyway, the book, well, actually, it was we did the play version of it in English. It was Flowers for Algernon, and if you don't know what it's about, it's pretty popular, so I'm pretty sure you should have fucking read it, unless you're like younger or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, it's about this character. His name is Charlie, and he's mentally handicapped, and, you know, like, he doesn't really have good social skills, you know, I mean, you know what I mean. And so anyway, A scientist comes around, and this is from what I remember, this is not really a reliable description of the book. But anyway, scientist comes around and, you know, does something to his brain where suddenly he's able-bodied, he's able to talk to people, he's able to read and, you know, absorb more information and stuff like that. And people, I mean, like, people already liked him before, but now people are like, okay, you know, he's much easier to talk to now and stuff like that. Anyway, the end of the book, ooh, spoiler, I don't know. No, okay, no, I'm not, okay, you know, I'm not gonna say that even though it's the last book. But, it is really fucking good. I actually really, really liked it. But anyway, like I said, in class, we did the play adaptation. And also, just to be clear, I did not like this class. I hated the fucking teacher. Really. Like, that was the problem I had with the class. I hated the fucking teacher. So, like, already, I was already biased not to fucking like anything we did in that class. But this, really, she snapped on this, getting us to play adaptation, because I'm pretty sure it is a fucking book. But anyway, yeah, she had the play adaptation of it, and, like, we all got parts. Luckily, I didn't get a part because I do not like reading out loud. Or did I? No, I did not have a part, I don't think. Or at least if I did, I blocked it out. But anyway, it was so much fucking fun, everybody reading that in class. We were just, you know, having fun reading it, and, like, on top of that, it was a good story. It's not like it was boring or anything like that. And it from what I remember, it wasn't in Old English either. That's another thing I have to say about that. And, oh, I've already made a video on that, pretty much, but I'll kind of tie that back into what we're talking about here. But anyway, like I said, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed everybody reading out the parts and stuff like that. And usually, I don't like, when we do the play adaptations of books in English class, because this ain't theater. Like, okay, I was in theater from 6th grade and 9th grade, and I don't really like theater. I mean, like, okay, I like theater, but, like, just fine, but I don't like speaking. Really, that's the problem with it. Like, if we did musicals, I never got to do a musical in theater, but if we did do that, I think I'd enjoy that a lot more, but I didn't, and look where I am, not in theater. But anyway, yeah, I usually don't like it, and I'm always afraid that they're gonna give me a part. And it's like, I did not fucking sign up for this class to be in a fucking play. If I wanted to be in a fucking play and have a part, I would be in theater. Hello. But, so yeah, I didn't get a part, really happy about it. So, yeah, so, again, really enjoyed that. Like I've said for the millionth fucking time in this video. Really enjoyed that, and from what I remember, we did not have to do it, like, really anything after that. I think this was near the end of the year. It's like second semester we read this, and, like, I don't know, maybe before spring break or something. I don't know, but I don't remember having an assignment to do on this at all. And I could be lying about that. I don't know. I just could have blocked it out, since we always have to do a fucking assignment. So, but anyway, this is the only one I can remember when I'm pretty confident we did not have to do an assignment afterwards. And, like, I remember us just, like, watching the movie another time after. I think this was before spring break or something like that. Or the very end of the year. I don't know. But I really like that because, like, we could just read and absorb the story without having to think too much about it. And, I get, like, why you would want, another reason why you would want an assignment after reading something is because, like, obviously people aren't going to pay attention, or some people won't pay attention if you do not make it to where it's not an assignment afterwards, where you make it to where they don't have to pay attention and that is just for fun or something like that. But genuinely, if you choose books or pieces of writing that is interesting, Flowers for Algernon was a good fucking book, was a good fucking play. That's why pretty much everybody in class was engaged. Also for the fact that it was a play adaptation, which was pretty smart, since we did just do it for fun, if I am correct about that. So then, you know, people have to pay attention because they gotta know when their part is. But even still, I would like to say that we, for the most part in that class, enjoyed that story. It was a good story. But okay, so you make us read something boring and then have an assignment to do afterwards. It's gonna be so much fucking harder to do that assignment because nobody's interested in it. Nobody's picking up on shit that we could have picked up on because it was so goddamn boring. And again, I mean, the thing about the old English texts, I don't know why we study those at all. I really don't get it unless you plan on becoming a historian or an English teacher or something like that. I mean, like, even if you are becoming an English teacher, why the fuck do I have to learn 1800s English? Am I speaking that right now? No. Who do you know that is speaking that way? Like, one text and like one tiny fucking text, like nothing long of old English text, just so that we're familiarized with it. Okay. But I really, like, what's the fucking purpose? What is the fucking purpose? So, like, last year, we read The Crucible, and that's in fucking old English text. Like, it was written in the 60s, but, like, it's old English, and that was, I didn't have a part, but it was, and I was trying to understand because, like, I do like witchcraft and stuff like that, obviously. So, I wanted to pay attention. Also, it was around, Halloween. So, I'm trying to get into the Halloween spirit reading this, with everybody in class. Oh, and this one was also a play adaptation. I'm not sure if I said that, of The Crucible we did last year. And I also did not have a part. Thank God. And it was just, again, I was really trying hard to follow along. And I mean, I was following along, as in I was looking at the words and I knew where everybody was at. Was I following along in the story though? Not really fully. Like, I understood kind of, but like, if nobody explained it to me, I don't think that I would have the best grasp on what was happening on certain parts of the story because it's in old English. There was no modern English Crucible we could find, or at least 1960s English we could find. Like, it's not that big of a difference, I don't think, from today's English. So what? Like, it's just like, what did we gain? What did we gain from reading that? Now I'm pissed off because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and now I have to do an assignment on it, on something that I don't know what they're fucking saying because I don't understand this English. I don't speak this type of English. I speak today English. I don't speak 1800s English. I'm so sorry about it, but I don't. That's not me. That's not what I'm doing. I really don't understand that. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? And I also mentioned this in my old English video, but I'm pretty sure I did. But in 8th grade, we had to read A Midsummer's Night's Dream, and I unfortunately did have a part. This was also a fucking play adaptation. What the fuck is up with the play adaptations? Or wait, was it a play the whole time? I don't know. But anyway, we read this on a website where it had a modernized version of the text, and then on the other side of it, this is on the same fucking page. Okay, on this side, modernized text version of it. On the other side, it had the original text, old English, old Shakespearean English. And we had to read both of those. For what? What am I gonna do with the old English? I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I would have never known what the fuck was going on in the story if they did not have the modern English translation. Why would you fucking do that? So now, again, like, I'm reading this, I'm fucking pissed off. Like, no matter, like, I really remember that fucking story because all I remember is being pissed off that we all had to read the old English text version of it. We literally had to read our lines fucking twice, one modern, one old English. Like, what? Okay, first off, this play going on way longer than it has to. For what? And it's just kind of, and then we had an assignment to do for that. I can't remember what it was, but again, it's kind of like, you really want me to do an assignment on something that I didn't understand? Like, this is not making me want to read anymore, and that's really like my main point. Like, well, okay, let me get back to it. The way English teachers make us fucking analyze and read my notifications, but okay, make us analyze and annotate every single text we get. Again, I understand why we have to do that, for tests and shit like that, but it really does suck the fun out of it when I have to stop my reading and be like, this means this. Oh, this is symbolism for this. It's like, that's great. And then, like, being graded on your annotations, like, I get it's like an easy grade just to underline some shit, write some shit off to the side, but it's kind of like, I don't really feel like I need to do it. Like, if how about, like, if I want to annotate, then I'll just have the freedom to do that and won't be docked off points if I do not annotate. Like, how about that? Like, again, I get it's helpful, but it just sucks the fun out of reading. Like, let me show y'all this, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video. Like I said, I'm a senior, and we're analyzing Annabelle Lee by Edgar Allan Poe. Look, okay, I don't have a problem with Edgar Allan Poe, but Annabelle Lee, nigga, how many fucking times are they gonna make us read Annabelle Lee? I like the poem just fine. I don't have a problem with it necessarily. It's just the fact that I've read it, like, pretty much every single fucking year. Nigga, I fucking know about Annabelle Lee at this fucking point in my life. I'm fucking 17 years old, and I've read Annabelle Lee 100 goddamn times. No, I know Annabelle Lee front to back. And they want us to keep fucking reading it. Oh my god, I'm tired of fucking Annabelle Lee. Any other Edgar Allan Poe poem, please? No, I'm literally fucking, like, we always have to do a fucking Edgar Allan Poe. Like, somehow we didn't do one last year, I don't think. Or in 10th grade, I don't think. But, like, I just feel like we always do an Edgar Allan Poe poems. And it's like, I don't have a problem with Edgar Allan Poe. And, like, he do got some interesting stuff. Like, I'm not gonna cap. But, like, Annabelle Lee, we couldn't have done one of his more obscure ones that nobody knows. Like, that would have been maybe a bit more interesting because it's so not. I mean, look, he was guilty of Old English too. I'm pretty sure. But again, I mean, I'm tired of Annabelle Lee. But anyway, we are analyzing Annabelle Lee. Let me fucking show y'all. This is Annabelle Lee printed out. Look at all those fucking annotations, you all. Look at that. We were doing these fucking annotations all last week. All fucking 5 class periods last week we were doing this. And this week, it's Wednesday today. And we are working on forming an essay about Annabelle Lee. Okay, fine. I get it's like an easy one because everybody is familiar with it, but it's just kind of like, really? And, like, I mean, he admitted that, like, we were gonna purposefully over-annotate this, but it's kind of like, for what? Like, I mean, like, I get, like, okay, like, my essay is gonna be, in-depth, I guess, because we did spend all this time annotating it and stuff like that, and that's cool, but for the actual AP exam, I'm not gonna have all this fucking time to do it. I'm not gonna have 5 full fucking class periods. No, make that, like, fucking, like, 8 full fucking class periods. I don't know when we're writing the essay, actually, but 8 full fucking class periods to look at this text, figure out what I'm gonna say on the essay. Like, that's not realistic. That's not what's gonna happen. And it's like, look, I can't even enjoy this poem anymore. Not that, I particularly loved it in the first place. Like, I really don't give a fuck about it, but it's like, this is too fucking much. Like, I can barely fucking read the words now. Thanks. It's like, this fucking sucks the fun all out of reading. Like, old people and, like, teachers always gonna be like, you kids don't read anymore, you're always on your damn phones. Like, yes, we are always on our fucking damn phones because, like, look, we'd rather be doing literally anything else besides feeling like we have to fucking annotate and analyze every single fucking text we see. Like, I mean, I like analyzing stuff, I would say. I do like doing it. I like doing it to myself. I like figuring out how do I describe this? I always describe it as tells to myself when I'm thinking about it. But I like to see what behaviors I exhibit when, I look at me a therapist to myself. But, okay, I like to see what behaviors I exhibit and maybe what other people exhibit when they're upset. Or at least that's what I've been doing as of this year. Like, not really, like, a conscious decision I've made. Just something like, okay, note it. Like, for myself, for a couple other people, just shit like that. And also, like, analyzing, I've also been, kind of analyzing songs and stuff like that, just shit I've been hearing, songs I really like, and trying to think of what they mean and stuff like that. So, like, I don't really have a problem with analyzing shit. When it sucks, okay, look, this is not even a fun fucking poem for me, to where I feel like I need to analyze it. And, like, it's so fucking straightforward. It's like, there's nothing here that would make me think, like, oh, what does that mean? No, because he just fucking says it. Like, he just fucking, like, it's like, you can't even analyze this. like, real, I mean, like, okay, obviously we did fucking analyze it, but it's kind of like, it's not really the best one, I would think, like, out of his poems or just any piece of text in general. I don't think it's one of the best poems to analyze because it's just so straightforward and easy to grasp. I would like to work on something harder, I would say, because, like, not everything is going to be given to you on a fucking silver platter like Annabelle Lee. But I'm glad it's easy, I guess, but, like, at what cost? Like, I'm not really getting much out of it. Like, I'm not really learning much because it's so goddamn easy. Where was I going? But yeah, I don't have a problem with analyzing stuff or anything like that. And again, like I was saying, I do like doing it. I like watching video essays about just crazy ass shit, I guess, like, okay, this one wasn't crazy, but there was one video I watched that I think about, which is how grading prepares you, how grading in school prepares you for capitalism. I think about that one a lot. In fact, I watch a lot of things. I watch a lot of anti-capitalism, video essays and shit like that. Those are really my favorite. So yeah, I don't have a problem with like analyzation or anything like that. I just have a problem when, you know, this is not something that intrigues me, and I know that not everything that you have to work on will be intriguing to you, but it's kind of like, you can't repeatedly make us read texts that do not interest us in the slightest and then be upset when we're not inclined to read anymore or it's not an activity. Most people my age, I know, I do not like reading, do not own books that they would think of picking back up, and that's why it's so hard for me, I feel, to like actually get in and read Mariah's autobiography and the Communist Manifesto, because it's just, besides the fact that, you know, I'm not really making that much time for it, when I do have time for it, like on the weekends and stuff like that, I'm still not, you know, thinking about picking it up, or if I do, I still don't end up doing it really, because the thought of reading tires me out now, because I feel like, you know, I mean, like, I don't really, like, read those books when I have read them and been like, oh, okay, I need to write, you know, a little annotation to the side or underline this. Like, I don't think that, but I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, anytime I think of reading, I always think about work. Always thinking about assignment, always thinking about school. Okay, I would rather not think about that shit while I'm not in school. How about that? So yeah, like, you've unfortunately made that crossover from like readings in school to readings at home and in other places where I feel like I can't fucking read this, because it's just like, I really do want to read it, but it's just kind of like my conscious feelings about reading are tied to what we do in school all the time, which is always tied to an assignment. I don't want to feel like reading has to be an assignment every goddamn time. Please, can we just read something for fun? And it just be for fun. Like, also in 10th grade, we, at the beginning of class, for like 10 minutes, we would have to read a book. And that wasn't so bad unless I had something I had to work on. But I found books I liked reading, in our class, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But, at the end of like the grading period or something like that, we had to make a video essay, not video essay, I mean, just like, we just have to talk about the book and summarize it and stuff like that, or something like that. That was a lot of something like that. But anyway, okay, but yeah, so we had to do that, and it's kind of like, anytime they got around, and it's like, oh my god. Like, you saw me fucking reading, or you saw, like, just mark me down as 100 for reading in the fucking first place, because I really, like, I got a book out. What more do you fucking want from me? Like, I mean, like, I really was reading, though. Like, I wasn't faking reading or anything like that. But it's just kind of like, why does everything have to be a goddamn assignment? Again, I get, like, wanting an easy 100, but at what cost? Because, look, that easy 100 has, like, seeped into my personal life, where I feel like just anything, even remotely school-related, as in it's something we also do in school, it just feels like it always has to be a goddamn assignment. Can I read for fun? I remember reading for fun, you know, before I went to school. I remember reading fucking comic books. I remember reading, like, these fucking fairy books. I can't remember what they were called, but I really liked those. And, you know, Diary of a Wimpy Kid was always fun and shit like that, but it's kind of like, let's go back to reading where it's not an assignment. Really, that's really what the main thing I'm trying to say here. It's just, no, it shouldn't be an assignment, especially something like that. It's kind of like everybody should read. In theory, everybody should be reading. You know, it is nice to be literate, and I would like to exercise that. And I do exercise that by, you know, reading on my phone and, you know, just other, you know, signs and shit like that. You know, I'm glad I can read, but, you know, just actually reading a book, like, you know, some reading assignments, for example, like, I don't like doing those because, like, really, like, really, you are... I'm gonna make a video about homework, probably. But, no, I can fit into here because, okay, it's gonna be long as fuck, but, because, okay, look, stop giving us fucking assignments outside of school. This was included in the, how grading prepares you for capitalism. He made the point how homework, prepares you for capitalism as well, because it expects you to do work outside of the allotted, I was gonna say a lot of time you were given, but I'm not sure if that's the right wording for that. I need to put that in Annabelle. But it's kind of like, you know, it teaches you that it's normal to do work outside of, I don't know, the time you were allotted. I'm just gonna go with that. And you need to become normalized with that because, you know, like working overtime, it's, I would say, fairly normalized to work overtime in America. You know, because, you know, we always had homework and shit like that, and also because, like, you know, we always, you know, the mindset of capitalism, it's ingrained in all Americans, like, even, like, I mean, probably not the ones that are so far left, but, you know, most, I would say the average fucking American, it's always ingrained, work, never have days off. We literally have 5 fucking days. I'm not gonna go on a tangent right now about that. You know, let me stop myself right there before I go off. But basically what I'm trying to say in this video is that reading should not be an assignment. Really, I get wanting to analyze stuff, but it shouldn't be that all the time. It should not be that all the fucking time. And you're really ruining reading books for fun for everybody. Or at least the younger generation. Like, maybe old people can do it still, but just kind of, it's not fun anymore. Like, you can really ask anybody if they would rather read or do literally fucking anything else, and they would say probably anything fucking else. Like, come on, like, anyway, like, comment, subscribe with the bell icon, subscribe, and notification by post, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.